Non-stop rock talk with Tyson Bryden. Welcome to Non-stop rock talk. This is your host Tyson Bryden, coming to you from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Today I'm happy to welcome Midnight Devils singer and bass player Sam Spade. Sam, welcome. How's it going, man?
I'm doing great, Tyson. How are you doing today?
I am very well, thank you. I'm well. I'm up in Canada and it's still cold here.
But it's brutal here in Nebraska.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 20 below.
Holy shit.
All week.
Really? Is it generally like that? I've never been to Nebraska, so I have to ask that question.
It's the same every year, but it surprises people. So you'll get 1 week of negative 20 degrees, and then when summer rolls around, it's 1 week of 120 degrees.
Wow.
And everybody, they bitch either way.
Yeah, so you're kind of like in the middle of like kind of the middle of the U.S., I take it? Nebraska, yep. Kind of the middle?
Yep.
Pretty much the middle, I think. Mm-hmm. That's cool. So, tell me about the Midnight Devils. Just a little history of the band, where you're from, how long you've been together. We kind of mentioned you're in Omaha, Nebraska, but I understand other members of the band are from elsewhere.
Yeah.
And, of course, mention the other band members, all the kind of pertinent details.
Sure. Midnight Devils started, our first record came out in 2018. I believe we started probably a year prior to that. So our debut record, we're still kind of working on that. We started from the ashes of an 80s glam hair metal band, like a tribute band. The guitar player and I, Chris Heinlein, we decided we'd been playing together and it ran its course. So we decided, let's do this, but let's do it our own way. Let's be our own bosses and not have anybody telling us what to do. And we went out as a two-piece acoustic act, playing small town shows. It was cool, but it was hard work. Yeah. It just wasn't what we wanted. We're like, we got to do this electric. We got to do this bigger and better. We got a drummer. He didn't work out. He left us in the middle of a tour, like our first big tour.
Whoa.
And like on Monday night, he walked off stage, walked off the drums, and was never heard from again.
Wow.
So we called up Jimmy, our current drummer right now, Jimmy Mess, and he's like, yeah, I would love to do this. I'd love to do this tour with you guys. And he's like, the only thing is that I'm in Chicago and I need a ride. We were in Kansas City at the time, so we did like a 24-hour, I rented a car, drove 24 hours, picked him up, and drove all the way back and caught the rest of the tour. He learned all the songs in the bus on the way there. And then we played the Rocklahoma Festival. It was one of those type of deals where it was really like meant to be. And he on the way home, he's just like, this is really good. This is working out great. Let's keep this going. I thought so too. We put out our debut record, 2018, and we kind of made a conscious decision to say, let's break the mold and do something that the other bands aren't doing right now. Let's go to the coast. Let's go to LA. Let's go to New York. We know we're going to lose money. We know that this is going to be hard work, but let's book an old school punk rock tour and put it on the road. And it worked. It was successful. We made it all the way. We played the Viper Room in LA.
That's cool.
These historic places, Texas, Arizona, Vegas, all these places. And we were kind of blown away by how well it actually worked, like taking that step that not a lot of other bands have the balls to take. So we traveled, we did that tour. We went all the way to the East Coast and played in Baltimore for the M3 festival. And just recently, before the virus hit, we got accepted as the support act for the Quireboys when they were in the States. And they called like a week prior to the tour kicking off. They're like, we need you guys in Salt Lake City in 2 days. And you guys got the tour. And we're like, whoa, this is really cool. Like, get everything together, whatever it takes. We'll be there in 2 days, no problem. We did 2 weeks with them, and that was about March 15th of last year. We ended in New Orleans is when that was the last show. They're like, we're the last bands on the road right now. We hate to do this, but we got to cut our tour short.
Which sucks. Yeah. I was going to ask about the London Quireboys, but I'm going to get back to that. There's a couple things you said there that now you mentioned Rocklahoma. Mm-hmm. What is Rocklahoma like now? I remember when it first came out, and it was strictly a 80s hair band. It was all those bands, and then it's kind of evolved. It's kind of changed a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, and that's what it was when I was first starting out looking into this. I'm like, this is the premier 80s rock and roll festival. it was done underground, kind of like it was a mom and pop operation. And through the years, AEG bought it out and kind of turned it into one of the big festivals that you would normally see. So by the time that we kind of got there, it had turned into a different animal. It was still really cool. There's still 50,000 people there for 3 days in the middle of a field in Oklahoma. Like, it is insane.
Yeah.
But now it's more regulated, and I feel that, like, the insanity has been kind of, like, toned down a little bit. Where it used to be, like, you would go out into these campgrounds and there'd be parties and stages and strippers and everybody's drunk and doing drugs, and you're like, this is the greatest thing ever. It's rock and roll summer camp.
Yeah.
Now, like, you got like the cops there almost, is what it feels like.
Yeah, and I love M3. I went to the last one, 2019. I was there.
Yeah, we were there at that one.
You guys were there?
We did the pre-party.
Oh, I didn't get there till Friday. Did you guys do the Thursday night then?
We did the Thursday night, the pre-party, and then we were there Friday for, because we're good friends with Enuff Z Nuff, so we went and hung out and watched them play, and then went to the after party.
I was at the after party.
With, what was it, Tora was there?
Yeah, Tora,
yeah.
and Black and Blue. Black and Blue they were doing all Cheap Trick songs, I think, that night or something, right?
I watched a video I took of that night. They did it, yeah.
Oh, you were? Oh, cool. I was in the bar. I was actually in the bar. I was hanging out with Steve West and Bruno Ravel from Danger Danger.
Yeah.
Because I've known those guys for probably like 15 years, so we were kind of catching up. And then Kelly Nichols showed up, which was cool, and it was like it was an awesome night.
We were all like surrounded by we were starstruck by Alex Kane, and then Chip was out in the parking lot, and they were in this huge tour bus, like the only band in the tour bus, pulled right up to the front of the
remember, yeah.
Chip, rock star.
It was cool. I actually ran into Chip. I think I'd met him once previously, but it's not like he would remember. It was very, like, hey, how you doing kind of thing. And but I talked to him afterwards, and he was cool. He's a very cool guy.
Yeah, he's a trip, and we've been in great with Chip for a while now. Our drummer lived with him, and he's going to be the guy producing our next record. So we're kind of setting that up right now. We're in about a month. We're going to head up to Chicago and do the record with Chip. That's cool.
I look forward to that. That's awesome. I'm sure he'll put his stamp somehow onto it.
Tell us, like, don't make it sound like Enuff Z Nuff. Don't let him Enuff Z Nuff it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I've had Donnie on the show 3 times in the last year.
Really? And we're managed by the same guy as Donnie.
Oh, are you? Yeah, Donnie's cool, man. Donnie's he tells it like it is.
Absolutely.
He always does, which I appreciate. I like that like he's always honest with me, which is good. Now, getting back to the Quireboys, so you did 2 weeks with them?
Yeah.
With the Quireboys. Did you catch their set every night?
Every night, and we were completely going into it. I'd watched videos, and I was I was up to date. I was ready. I did my homework. We were watching them the very first night in Salt Lake City, and we're like, man, these guys, like, we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Coming in from the state, coming in from the UK, and a kid got up there, and there was 30, 40 people there, just destroyed the place. Like, there was 1,000 people there. I'm like, whoa, these guys are fucking great.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It blew me away, and Spike got off stage, and I go, hey, Spike, we're your touring act, your support act, and he sat there and hung out with us, and we got to be pretty good friends within that first day, and Bam Bam from the Wild Hearts, or the Dogs D'Amour, he was the drummer, and so it's like, man, we got these guys that are just heroes of ours, and they were super cool. Every night we played with them, they just destroyed the place, and we played shows, like in Corpus Christi, Texas, all the way down there, where there wasn't a lot of people there, and this was right when the virus was happening, but they got up there, and I was just completely blown away by how good of a rock and roll band. They were just unbelievable, untouchable.
Wow. And they play as a 6-piece, right? Do they play as a 6, like, do they have a piano player with them, or?
His name's Keith, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And, I mean, I've never gotten to see them, but I would love to hear stuff off that first album live.
Oh, it was cool. It was cool being able to hang out with the guys that wrote 7 O'Clock and hearing that every night. And you never got tired of it. We were like just blown away by it.
Funny story about that. I just recently found that on vinyl, that first album.
I was just looking for it. Where'd you find it at?
Discogs.
Okay.
And it's not London Quireboys like it is over here. I got it from Europe, so it just says the Quireboys on it.
Cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, I got it. It came in the mail, and I said to my buddy, I was like, we got to listen to this. So we threw it on, and they remembered the song. They remembered 7 o'clock, of course, and they're like, but my buddy's like, he loves the Faces, right? Like Rod Stewart and the Faces, and he's like, this sounds like the Faces, man. This is so good, and we we listened to the whole thing and just loved it. And
yeah, it's right along that Rolling Stones line where they're English band kind of doing American blues and country western, but giving it that like sleazy vibe to it.
Yeah, which was cool. I mean, I remember when that came out, that was on the radio, and the Black Crowes with Shake Your Mind Maker right at the same time. And you're like, oh, this is so cool. And both bands were kind of that, that Stonesy 70s type of vibe. And to me, they weren't really hair rock bands, like either one of them, you know what
right. And so we didn't match. That's what I was telling somebody, like we weren't, on paper, we weren't a good match. Like we're a ham rock band. They're kind of this bluesy Stones vibe. But when we put ourselves together, like they got it, we got what they were doing, and it worked so well that like we were kind of pushing them, they were pushing us. It was a great tour. I only wish it would have lasted longer. Like it really had this potential to be something really cool.
Yeah. I mean, my listeners won't know this, but I'm going to tell them. I mean, we're on a Skype video call here, and I'm just looking at what's behind you.
Oh yeah,
all the cool stuff. And I mean, I see a Twisted Sister, Love Is for Suckers on the wall, but then there's James Dean and there's Elvis Presley, and
it's great.
That's cool. Oh, and Gene. Oh, awesome. Okay, you gotta have
the whole apartment. Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. So yeah, there's like it's covered everywhere. Is that the Love Is for Suckers just the poster, or is that the album?
Yeah, it's just the poster.
Cool.
Which I got like a tattoo of it too.
No, wait, I love that album.
Yeah, I do too.
I love it. I got that on Discogs too not too long ago.
I don't have that one yet. Are you a big record collector?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Huge.
All the 80s stuff though, for the most part.
I work at a record store here in Lincoln, so it's like I go in and I get to take home whatever I want, the records that I want, that I'm collecting. It's perfect.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Just before our call, I was on Facebook Marketplace. This guy, they came up a bunch of albums. I was like, I always liked Black Sabbath, The Seventh Star with Glenn Hughes singing on it.
Yeah.
Which was supposed to be like his solo album. And I had been looking for that on Discogs, and there's a guy close by selling that on Marketplace. And then he also had Wasp, Animal, Fuck Like a Beast. And I was like, cool. No way. Cool. So
I just got speaking of Glenn Hughes, just picked out.
Cool. Have you listened to it yet?
No, I don't open it.
Ah.
So I keep them all in the package.
Oh, good for you, man. That's awesome. So you don't listen to them at all? You just...
I'll listen to them, say, at the record shop through Apple Music.
Yeah.
And then make sure I buy the record. Like, I'll buy it first and then listen to it digitally so I can keep the record in good shape. That's
cool, man. Have you listened to it on Apple Music? I haven't listened to it. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Is it like the same sound just with Glenn Hughes? Is it more Deep Purple-ish? Like,
I think it's very soulful. Glenn's like almost a soul singer.
Yeah.
Best hair in rock and roll. He's great.
He's awesome.
You know which one just blew my mind though? I'm totally getting off subject, but we got the new Michael Schenker group.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
That one's incredible. I listened to it. I actually put it on the turntable last night, and I was pleasantly surprised, like blown away that it was so good.
Really? Okay, yeah. That's good, because I was thinking about picking that up, because everybody sings on it, right? Like a bunch of all the MSG guys sing on it. That's cool.
It's a good one.
That's cool. That's good to know. It's nice too, because a lot of my buddies don't buy new music, so to talk to somebody else, especially since you work in a record store, to actually get the feedback on it is good, because sometimes you decide, I don't know if I'm going to buy that or not. So
yeah. Same with the LA Guns, the new LA Guns one. I got that one sitting right here too. Renegade.
I haven't bought it yet. I got to get it. Records, did you get it at your store?
Yeah, we got it, and we had to import it though. I don't know where we got it. it must have been through one of our distributors, but it's a European release.
Yeah, it's on Golden Robot, right? Which is an Australian label. The Last Little Caesar was on that same label, and I ordered that on vinyl, and it took forever to come. But there is a copy available on Amazon. But here in Canada, to get that stuff, good luck.
It was like $60 just to get that LA Guns record because it's a European.
What color is it? Do you know what color? It's the purple?
Yeah, I got it right here.
The purple looks awesome. Cool.
So
that is awesome. I got to get it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought they were great at M3 too. I thought they were. I thought
talk of the town there.
Yeah, they were so good. And
we had to leave on Saturday for a show in upstate New York, and so we had to watch it all like through Facebook Live video.
It was cool. I mean, I'm trying to think. They came out with one of the songs off Hollywood Vampires, I think it was. Anyways, right from the get-go, it was just electric. And I've said that to other people. I said just seeing Kelly Nichols and Steve Riley playing together again was cool.
Here's the band that blew my mind, and I had never seen this band. We were so lucky. I think everybody that we made it, but Kicks. I had never seen Kicks.
Me neither.
Holy shit!
I know they were unbelievable, and I just had Brian Forsyth on 3 weeks ago. And I told him, I said, man, and he goes, yeah, and it was a hometown crowd as well. So it goes, it's always nuts. But yeah, they were so tight.
I was just blown away. I was like, okay, Enuff Z Nuff's great, Black and Blue is great. And then Kicks comes out, and it's a whole different level of intensity. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a show, as far as I was concerned. It was like they just put on a show, and Steve Whiteman as the frontman is so good.
Untouchable, yeah.
Just like so much energy. They're one of those bands that it's very unfortunate that they never made it to that, that big level, because I think they would have came across as a great arena rock band.
And the songs, it's all down to they write incredible songs.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, now, let's talk about your debut album.
Sure.
Something Bigger. Give me kind of the whole lowdown on that album, when it was released, description, kind of how you would describe the sound and where it can be found, so people, that are listening to the show are like, oh, I want to check that out.
Yeah, it was released in 2018. We started working on it, I think that winter. So early 2018 is when we started working on it, putting it all together. Being from the Midwest in Nebraska, you don't really tour a whole lot in the winter because it's so difficult to travel. So it gives us a good time to take off, recharge batteries, and go into the studio, write these records. We put it out. I didn't know anything about making records. This was kind of our first step out into the open. Yeah. And we did it with a producer in Omaha, and we did it at his house. It was a very learning experience for us, like that curve. You're like, okay, we got to get these songs done. Now we got to get these mastered. We got to get the artwork done. But we did it all independently. It was all done by us. So we really didn't have anybody helping us, didn't have anybody funding it. What the finished product, I'm very proud of for what it was as a band coming out, independently producing and funding the whole thing. It worked out great. And I think that we know enough now, like what our mistakes on that record were that we're going to avoid and really come out with a home run for this next one that we're going to do with Chip. The songs are great. We took a couple older songs that we had written with the other bands and redid them, kind of made them our own style songs. Like, and it's available on Amazon, on what is it, Apple Music.
Apple Music.
Anywhere you can stream. Spotify, I don't recommend Spotify. I don't tell people not to go on Spotify because, in the end it just hurts the artist I feel Spotify. But we put out the video. Same thing with the video. I had a little bit of experience producing videos, writing videos, the scripts, getting the directors in. And with this one, it was like full on. I wrote the script. I got the director. We rented a strip club, rented a video, and it was great. It really worked out good. And I think the creativity is there. And you're like, the cool thing with the Midnight Devils is we don't take it so seriously, where we can have a lot of fun with anything that we do. It's all tongue in cheek, and I think a great band revolves around comedy and ups and downs and highs and lows. With the Midnight Devils, it's all high all the time. We're just it's fun. It's fun rock and roll the way it should be. Good imagery. We always have a big emphasis on good imagery and good artwork.
Well, I mean, you think of a lot of the 80s videos, and there was always comedy, like the Twisted Sister videos, right? Or like, like Motley Crue smoking in the boys' room, or Home Sweet Home. Was it Home Sweet Home at the beginning? He's like, dude, it's for you. Like, the whole thing, the whole sequence. And those videos always had a little bit of comedy in them, and it really made you want to watch it, right? They put some thought behind it. So I totally respect that.
We have made kilos of glitter cocaine.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I got it right over here. Like, I saved one from the thing. So I got this kilo of glitter cocaine still as a prop. It worked out great.
That was a good part in the video. Did you guys actually use $100 bills?
There were ones. So I'm a DJ at a strip club. Oh. So I had worked before, so I had like a stack of ones like this big. And they're all $1 bills. But the gun was real in it for sure.
Really, eh? That's cool. And you know what? I really liked how you guys did the guitar solo, where he's kind of like, was it like in an alleyway, or that was cool. That looked really good.
It was shot in downtown Omaha. There's like an old market type of place down there. And we just went down there one night, and it was weird February, so it was still kind of cold.
Yeah.
But we went there and shot it, and people were looking at us like we were crazy, and this girl acting like she's on drugs and everything, rolling around through the streets.
That was well done. I really enjoyed it.
We all went to the strip club afterwards. It was like a celebration.
That's cool, man. That's really good. Yeah, and I was going to say, I actually have this in my notes. By the looks of the video, you guys look like you had a good time.
It was great.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, I believe you guys are scheduled to hit the road again in late 2021 supporting Japanese band Loudness.
Correct.
I love the Lightning Strikes album. That's another one I got on Discogs on vinyl. I'm the same thing. It's like, I gotta find that.
Yeah.
So, how did that all come about?
That came through because we had such a good tour with the Quireboys. Because we did, they really recommended us, and we came through. We were driving their gear around all over the country. Like we were kind of their backline as well as their support crew. So because we did good on that tour, the company recommended us to the booking agent, and I saw that they were announcing a tour. I hit up the agent right away. He's like, "You guys got it," but they had announced it to go out this year, so it was supposed to go out in 2020 as the Loudness tour, but because of the virus, he's like, "Just be patient, wait a year, and we'll go out in 2021." So now we're kind of waiting and hoping that everything works out, that we can still go on this tour.
Yeah, wow. So will that's strictly in the States then, I take it?
Yeah. It's October through November. It's a month-long tour, coast to coast and back.
Yeah, I would love to see Akira Takasaki every day. To see him play so good.
And our guitar player, Chris, is a very big fan. Like, he plays the star guitar, like Eddie. They're like, that will be a cool match. And I think if we got to do that every night, have those two really good guitar players back to back, like, it's going to be some sort of a show for sure.
Yeah, I was very impressed. And I mentioned him doing the solo, but I didn't mention that I enjoyed his playing on the solo as well. I was like, wow, this guy's really good, which was cool.
He's a shred guy, totally is the musical leader of our band, kind of calls the shots musically up on stage and really holds us to this point of, like, he doesn't care. You guys can mess around and go out and party, but you better be ready to play. You better know your songs. And if you don't, you're going to, you get a foot up your ass. He's cool like that.
That's cool.
Where he takes it very seriously. He practices, and he's just a shred master. And that's a good dynamic to have with a punk rock drummer and a lead singer that's very David Lee Roth, Paul Stanley. It matches very well together.
Yeah, when I first heard Pink Halo, I was like, that kind of reminds me of Dave. And then I was like, that kind of reminds me of Poison too.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. That's cool. That's very well done. So I started this thing not too long ago, and I'm so. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, because I don't know how the artist is going to be, but obviously you're a big fan of the era. So I started doing questions, like asking artists different questions about the era and different things. So I'm going to shoot a few questions at you if you're cool with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay, first one. Favorite Motley Crue album?
Too Fast for Love.
Cool. You're the second guy that said that. Maybe the third. Maybe the third one. Favorite era of Alice Cooper?
Oh, that's a tough one. I just got like Special Forces on vinyl, like the blue vinyl, but that's a weird era of Alice Cooper.
It is. It's very weird.
I would say like the trash era. That's like really, I think when he was in his prime, like that was cool. But there's the other side of me that says the first version when they were the Alice Cooper band.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of where it all started. And that's where that mix of glam and punk in Detroit all kind of combined together.
Yeah, I mean, you think of that time and you think of the 70s, like Alice Cooper came first and then you had Kiss. I couldn't imagine being, like, say I was like 12, 13 and that came out and being like, wow. I know I would have been, like, when I was a teenager in the 80s, I would have been mesmerized by it. So I couldn't imagine what it would have been like in the 70s because no one had ever seen anything like that before.
And everybody thought he was he was at the time controversial. Nobody was doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, and then when, like, no disrespect, and I don't know if I should say his name because of all the controversy, I mean, then when Marilyn Manson came out, it was like, yeah, okay, this is cool, but I've already seen a lot of this stuff already. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I completely agree. He's the Godfather.
Yeah, exactly.
And I met him in Phoenix, and I was just like, I was completely starstruck by him.
I was at a baseball game in Toronto once, and he walked right by me.
Did you say hi?
I didn't even say hi. I was like, because I kind of felt like, I'm like, you know what, he's trying to be incognito, no pun intended, incognito. So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to bug him, because he's trying to get out of here, and he had like a couple security people with him, and he's kind of like down, like hunched down, kind of like so no one would see him. So I just let him be.
But I think that he, along with Kiss, wrote the rule book or the blueprint on how to be in a great glam rock band. Good images, good songs, good a give and take for the audience. It was perfect, and I kind of model everything that we kind of do on those guys that have succeeded before us.
That's great. That's a good model to have. That's perfect. Now, thoughts on the Dirt movie?
I went back and I watched it the very first, like when it came out, and I liked it the first time, and then I went back and watched it the second time, and I was like, I don't like this movie. I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah. I'm hearing that a lot. And you know, the band is like, oh, we're so happy with it. We're so happy with it. I'm like, are you guys really happy with it? Because you read the book and then the timeline. The real Crew fans know the timeline is all off and things don't mesh together. You know, it was kind of, you know, there's one scene I think of. It's like Vince Neil's wife showing up to the theater, I think with their daughter. Right. But it's Theater of Pain era. And it's like he wasn't even with her during Theater of Pain. You know what I mean? It's just, I know they have to fit stuff in, but it was a little disappointing.
So the weird part is that it got so much attention, and especially when we were out touring in LA, it got so much attention that everywhere we go now, people are like, Motley Crue, hey Motley Crue, hey Motley Crue. I didn't get it. Every night I go to the bar, I'm like, man, I've heard it all. I've heard it. Like, you just because you've seen a movie and you see a guy with long hair, you're like Motley Crue. Yeah, and
and the funny part about that is the Crew, I think, kind of never wanted to be like that. It's good that the movie came out and they're back touring again, but in some ways, I mean, people don't realize how dangerous of a band and dysfunctional they really are, right?
Yeah, and I feel like the movie made it accessible. It, like the club, like the club that you or I are in, it made it accessible to anybody that has Netflix.
Yeah, because this is for people that listen to hard rock and listen to that style of music, it is kind of like it's our thing. It's our It sets us apart from everybody else. It's like we're not like the guy listening to Bruce Springsteen. We're like these guys that are. We think it's cool music, and these are cool people, but we're not the norm, right? So yeah, that was a good point. So next one, should Motley Crue have changed the name of the band when John Corabi joined?
Tough question. No, I don't think so. I love that album, and I think that John Corabi, we did a show with him in Denver, and it was just him doing a solo acoustic show.
Yeah.
And he was fucking incredible. He was so good. I love John Corabi, and I had not met him, but run into them when they were doing Union with Bruce Kulick.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah.
So, like, I was already a fan before, and I think that record was great, and at that time, it was a weird time in music, I suppose, at that time. And I still think that record stands up. Those songs are good.
The song's amazing.
Vince does sound different than it does with Vince. You can definitely... But Kiss had The Elder. Kiss had,
Yeah. I mean, even Dynasty is a great album, but it's a different album. I mean, there's disco on it, but it's still cool. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of The Elder, but...
I would play those songs live. That would be really cool.
Yes, it would. Yeah, that would be very cool. I would love to see that. That's a weird one. I was watching Three Sides of the Coin the other day, and the Kiss podcast, and I mentioned this on my show occasionally. They were talking about somebody had found a rider or something, not a rider, touring plans for The Elder. Mm-hmm. And it actually said in it, touring guitarist, $2,000 or $20,000 a week, which meant that Ace wasn't going to do the tour.
So they knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was wild.
That podcast is great.
Oh, it's amazing. I know. I love it.
Super nerdy, and I can't listen to it around anybody else because they're like, I don't understand what they're talking about. They're talking about the Dynasty costumes right now and how they were created. Shut up! I need to listen to that.
I know I'm the same. I'm just like, I'll listen. I'll put it on at work, and they don't get it. What is this? It's like it's Kiss podcast. On what? I'm like, it's on Kiss. It's all on Kiss.
Right.
You like Kiss that much? I was like, fuck yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Yes, I want to know everything about them.
So I think like those guys were going through troubles in their band, and they had Gene and Paul are brilliant, and then they have kept that brand going for 50 years.
Exactly.
That's how you do it. No matter the ups and downs, wherever way they skewed, they still landed on their feet, and they're still the biggest band in the world.
They are, and the cool thing about it is that we're going to take the makeup off. We're going to try this. We're going to do it without the makeup for like 10 years? Mm-hmm. 12 years, I think it was. Or 13. And they did that, and they're like, okay, we're going to put the makeup back on. All right, again, this didn't work out. We can't just take the makeup off again.
No.
Right? So what do we do? All right, we're going to get Eric Singer, and we're going to get Tommy Thayer, who does a great Ace, and and Eric Singer does a great job doing the Catman, and that's what we're going to do. And
the first Kiss record I got, this will kind of date me, was Psycho Circus. Okay? That first jump in, which I still like. But if you compare Psycho Circus to the final two, like Sonic Boom and Monster, like Psycho Circus isn't as good of a record as Sonic Boom and Monster. And you can kind of see, like, they were going in a way, they got to sell records, they got to pack arenas, they got to do whatever they got to do to survive. I get it.
Yeah, and it's a very strange album because Ace only plays on his song, and Peter doesn't play on the album. And pardon me?
On Psycho Circus?
Yeah, on Psycho Circus.
I love that. I know every song by heart. I love that record, but
I haven't listened to it in a long time, and I just saw someone posted a vinyl of it the other day. I was like, I gotta get that, because, you know.
Did you get with the, like, what is it?
It's like a 3D type of thing, or what do you call that? I don't know what it is, but it's cool. I think that's what they were showing. It was that
cool.
That cool thing. So
one with it and one without. You definitely want the one with the.
I want the one with. Yeah, definitely. So, next question. Do you think that grunge killed the era, or did the labels or the bands kill it?
Good question. And this is very, very right along the lines of Three Sides of the Coin, because they talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
It was a necessary evil, is how I feel. I feel that the music that, say, we were into had gotten way bloated. and way out of control, and it was becoming too accessible and too poppy and too mainstream that something needed to knock it down. I don't like grunge music. I don't like Nirvana, but I understand that it was a necessary evil, much like punk rock was. I love punk rock, but it kind of erased the slate for everybody, kind of wiped everything clean. Granted, it killed our style of music and the role that we love, but it had to happen.
Yeah, and I do agree with that, because I can't imagine what it would have kept going as and what it would have looked like, because, and we'll never know.
No.
But how bubblegum would it have gotten? Really?
I mean, Jimmy and I are right along that lines where we love those bands that came like 93.
Me too.
And like the Big Bang Babies and those really underground glamour punks and all those really hyper glam bands. So that's what we've been we're like, we can back and do something really, really similar to that, where you write really poppy, catchy songs, but they're still rock and roll with a great image. I feel that era definitely got looked over. It got passed over very quickly.
And that's so true. Big Bang Babies was Carrie Kelly, right?
Yeah. Alice Cooper.
Yeah, he's played with a bunch of people. So, best era of Kiss.
Oh, I just read the book, like what is it? Kiss Behind the Makeup. No, not the one behind the makeup, but it's like where they go through every song through the non-makeup era.
Right, I have. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Very good book, and you're like, I do love these songs. Like Revenge, that whole record is great. My favorite era, I would say Hotter Than Hell. Right around that time, Dress to Kill, Hotter Than Hell. That first one when it was still, I didn't see it. Yeah, still raw.
And there were raw. Yeah, I was listening to Animalize today, and I forgot how good of an album that actually was. I actually like that album.
Absolutely. That's what Mark St. John?
Yeah, his playing's a little over the top, but apparently they had to hone him back, so I can't imagine what it would have been like.
Or even like Creature of the Night, like that was a big one for me.
I love that album.
Yeah, and I didn't know, going into it, I didn't know that was their comeback record. I had just seen it, and I go, that album looks cool, I should probably buy it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's wild. Okay, so our last question before I let you go. Guns N' Roses or Skid Row?
This is a very difficult one.
I knew it would be.
Because they're both got tight bass players, like the best bass players ever.
Yeah.
And if you're like debut record, pound for pound, I don't know.
No, it's crazy, right?
Well, I've been in this discussion, like how do you pick a band, their debut record, Guns N' Roses, okay, you're like Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In, you know every song off these debut. I think for my money, it would be Guns N' Roses from the get-go, because they were heavily influenced by the Dolls and by Aerosmith and by Hanoi Rocks and those glam bands that nobody had really heard of yet.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Actually, I did have one more question about that. What are your feelings on Hanoi Rocks? I've been asking this question the last couple interviews, and it's been good and it's been bad.
I love them. I think they're groundbreaking and set the standard for what all glam bands could be. I think Michael Monroe is an unbelievable frontman that doesn't get the credit he deserves, but he's essentially the link between the New York Dolls and Motley Crue.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I'm a big fan. So I did an interview where a guy, he's like, I like Michael Monroe, I like his solo stuff, but I don't like Hanoi Rocks. And I was like, okay, well, that's fair. It was
his solo stuff is great, and it's just an extension of Hanoi.
Exactly. I mean, the Not Faking It album I absolutely love. So,
and the fact that they were so ingrained in punk rock, and like being these kind of trashy glam gypsies. That's what it was. They said it. That's the blueprint for what a great glam band should be.
Yeah, and Michael Monroe played sax.
Yeah.
like sax, harmonica. It was like a mess of a whole bunch of different things, right?
And he was so feminine looking that it really confused people, which is exactly what we try and do. Is to bring this androgyny and confusion and sexual freedom to back to roll, where it's not like, hey, we're super tough guys. No, not anymore, man. We're like we're like princesses or whatever. We're going to put on a show, and then we're going to make it look really good.
That's so cool. Well, that was it for my questions. Thanks for answering those, man. That was great.
Yeah.
That was fun. So anyway, moving forward, you guys are going on tour with Loudness and working on the next album, and I guess that's pretty much about it, I take it.
Yeah, but we will be, I think about the beginning of March, we'll be headed to Chicago to do the new record. We're hoping to be back out on the road by April with some dates, and then we're going to try and tour as much as we can up until that Loudness date. That's like mid-October. Cool. And then hopefully go out with them. That's the plan. We'll see what the world says about it.
Well, my fingers are crossed for you, man. Okay, and I'll be looking for that next album, too.
Absolutely.
Okay, man. Well, have a great night, and thank you very much.
Yeah, send me your mailing address, and I'll get a CD in the mail for you.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool, Sam. Thank you very much. I'll do that. I've got your email, and and hopefully we'll have you on again.
Perfect. I've been telling everybody what we need to do is we need to do an interview from the road. Finally, once it opens back up, we can do one from the bus or the backstage or whatever.
If I would love to do that with you guys.
Perfect.
That would be awesome. Okay, well, let's keep in touch.
You got it.
Okay, man. Have a good night. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Well,